Hello everyone, welcome to See the Stories. This is our signature segment of the 3-hour news show. Now the term, of self-love is much talked about right now on social media, right?
Exactly. Now the term has become popular since mental health awareness become a topic that is increasingly discussed by the public.
The meaning of self-love is not to fill yourself with all the desires you have, but rather to treat and accept yourself. In order to do that, you will be more likely to think positively, even when you are mad, disappointed, or sad, as it is a form of acceptance. As it turns out, applied self-love can have beneficial effects on our physical and mental health. And to know more about this topic, joining with us today in our studio, psychiatrist and mental health influencer, Dr. Erickson Arthur Siahaan. Hi, good afternoon, Doc.
Hi, good afternoon, Yani. I'm pleased
Thank
to
you
be
for
here.
being with us today.
Yes, it's an interesting topic to discuss, right?
Yes, exactly. Now, first of all, before we dive into this, let's discuss about the definition of self-love.
Okay, first of all, I want to explain about self-love in a simple way.
Okay.
You know, self-love is about loving yourself, without needing to make downward social comparison. Okay, and you know your weakness and your strength, and you know that it's okay when you feel uncertain with your doubt, and you know that you don't always to make other people satisfied always.
Yeah.
Instead of sacrificing yourself, you need to balance your life, how to taking care of yourself and to make others happy. By balancing it, you will practice self-love.
Oh, so it's all about balance.
Yeah, and like creating boundaries, maybe.
Creating boundaries.
So why is it important for our well-being?
Yes, because it impacts a lot of our mind, you know. It impacts about our self-esteem, how we perceive our daily activity, how we perceive others, okay? And it will impact in our functioning, daily functioning, about our occupation, but also our social well-being, you know?
Yeah. And what are the challenges in practicing self-love, especially here in the country? Because we know that in Western countries, maybe people would not have trouble creating boundaries to practice self-love, because they are straight to the point, they can say no, but it's pretty much different here in Indonesia because of the Eastern culture.
Because we're more polite, maybe?
Yeah, we are more polite, we think about other people's feelings, stuff like that.
Okay. There is some common barriers to self-love, to cultivating self-love, such as the first one is comparison. We are social human being.
Yeah.
Okay. How many times have you found you scroll up and down your social media and see other posts, and how do you feel when you see other posts, posting such as if they show how luxurious their car, and how do you feel?
Well, depending on my mood. If I'm in a good mood, then I would be happy for them.
Yeah.
But when I'm in a low mood and not feeling really well or overwhelmed with the situation, I will think that I'm not good enough.
Yeah. Or then I would be jealous too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, the comparison is one of the most important thing that people tends to unable to cultivate their self-love. Okay, comparison. Okay, we are unique. Everyone is unique. Okay, and then the second one is people pleasing. People pleasing.
Yep.
Yeah, those who are extremely kind-hearted or seeking acceptance or validation externally from others, will likely run into this challenge at some point. You know that when a person is overly concerned with the opinions of others, that person may overextend themselves, okay? and they are sacrifice their own well-being by please people always.
Yeah. So don't compare yourself to others.
Are you saying that to yourself too?
Yeah.
I think we needed that.
Easier said than done, right?
Exactly. Do you think that those challenges have anything to do with how we were raised when we were little?
Yes, there's a lot of strategies to practice self-love, you mean?
No, you mentioned the challenges, right?
The
Before
challenges.
the first one is us constantly comparing ourselves with others, and then the second one is people pleasing. Like we tend to please other people without thinking about our well-being. Now, these two. Do you think that these two happens because of our upbringing while we were little, how we were treated by our parents, or what's the cause of these challenges?
Exactly. We have our own our past experience, you know, what our parents taught about us and how they nurture us, okay, in bad or in good condition. Whatever it was, it will impact for our self, you know. Yeah. If their statement is bring you down, maybe it will impact right now.
Okay, so there are cultural and social factors that affect our ability to practice self-love. So how do we overcome these challenges that you just mentioned?
Okay, there are some ways to practice self-love to overcome the low self-esteem. I want to make it simple. The first one is avoid negative self-talk. You know, the practical strategy is when you wake up in the morning, some people tend to say, oh, what will happen today?
Oh, it's going to be traffic today. I'm going to be in a bad mood today.
Am I be ready to face today? Okay, and then you will thinking about something you afraid of. Okay, and then start to avoid negative self-talk and change it into a positive one. You know. You can change into the positive such as I will do it, I will do my best, and then what do you think? The other one?
I'm brave, I'm kind,
Yes.
I'm loved.
That would be your positive affirmation in the morning,
every morning in
Make-
front of the mirror.
Exactly.
Make positive affirmation.
Yeah.
Now, we live in the social media era. Everyone's on social media, scrolling every day. Now, how do social media and the digital age affect our self-perception or self-love?
Okay, we live in a digitalization era, you know. Social media has become integral part of many people's lives.
Yes.
Especially for young people, or young generation. As most people want to be accepted and liked, social media can create a false perception of how others view them. Okay? People tend to post only the best part of their lives, creating an image of the perfection that often isn't real or attainable, you know? Okay. The impact of social media on how we view ourselves is not limited to how it influences our own self-image. It can also lead to a preoccupation with how others perceive us. Okay, about how many like or comment we receive for each post. You know, it will impact a lot of us for us.
I think it's kind of hard for us for influencers, it's hard because we always think about how many likes we get.
The numbers, because we have to report it to the agency or the brand, right?
Right. And sometimes it does affect our self-esteem, especially if you have low self-esteem and lack of self-love, which can impact our mental health and overall happiness. So what do you think about that?
Okay. Pardon me, can you repeat? Okay?
Yeah, so how does low self-esteem and lack of self-love can impact our mental health and overall happiness?
Okay, on to define the self-esteem. At first, self-esteem is about how we we perceive ourselves, about the opinion we have about ourselves. Yeah, when we have healthy self-esteem, we tend to feel positive about ourselves and about life in general. Okay, and low self-esteem can lead you to increasing your distress. Okay, and it often begins in your childhood. You know, for some reason, the message you receive in your childhood is said, you are not good enough. You are not good enough, and it will impact you a lot for now. Okay, if you have low self-esteem, you may hide yourself, you may isolate yourself, or it defines as social withdrawal. You know, social withdrawal. Okay, and then in the short term, avoiding challenge will lead you to make you feel comfort. Yeah, in short term, but in the long term, it will lead you to suffered from mental health disorder, such as depression, anxiety, or even harder is psychotic, you know, psychotic symptoms, such as hallucination or delusion.
Now, speaking about mental health, we see more and more people struggling with that nowadays, right? Especially now, people are very open-minded about it. It's not taboo anymore. People talk about it, people go to seek professional help, things like that. And the National Youth Mental Health Survey report of Indonesia shows that 1 in 3 Indonesian adolescents aged 10 to 17 years old experience mental health problems. That data is correct, right? Now, while 1 in 20 Indonesian adolescents experience mental disorders in the last 12 months. Now, how do you see this from the data and facts on the ground?
Okay, I think it is a new shocking data, and it has to be addressed by the follow-up, not only for the mental health professional, but also for the government, school, and parents. You know, we have to collaborate each other to make the system as already to be well prepared and to be well implemented. You know. Okay. So that it will reduce the Indonesian adolescents who experience a mental health disorder.
I see. So it all starts from home.
And school.
And school. So those are the 2 important places for the kids, obviously, for the youth. All right, so we'll continue our talk with Dr. Erickson Siahan after the break. Don't go anywhere, and you guys also don't go anywhere just yet.